You need to hear this. You really do. Because what I'm going to say is very important. It was late. The kind of late where the highway signs blur into streaks of light and the only sound is the hum of the engine. I'd been driving for hours, the kind of exhaustion that makes your eyelids heavy and your thoughts drift. The gas tank was low, and the next town felt a lifetime away. That's when I saw it, a motel sign, flickering erratically, just off the main road. The kind of place you only stop at when you have no other choice. I pulled into the parking lot, the gravel crunching under the tires. The air was still, heavy with the scent of damp earth and something else, something metallic, almost like old blood. The neon sign for the Starlight in buzzed, casting a sickly green glow on the peeling paint of the building. It felt wrong, but I was too tired to care. Roommate. The key felt cold in my hand. Inside, the light above the bed flickered, a slow, rhythmic pulse that seemed to mock the silence. The carpet was worn, stained in places I didn't want to think about. I tossed my bag onto it, the thud echoing in the small space. Just another night on the road, I told myself, trying to ignore the prickle on the back of my neck. I opened the bedside drawer, looking for a remote, maybe a pen to jot down some notes. Instead, my fingers brushed against something unexpected. A notebook. A guest book, the cover said, in faded gold lettering. Inside, 47 names. Just names, handwritten in neat, looping script. No dates, no comments, just a list. It felt old. Too old. Curiosity, I guess. Or maybe just the quiet of the room, pressing in. I picked the first name, Sarah Jenkins. Pulled out my phone, the screen a stark blue in the dim light. Googled it. Sarah Jenkins, missing since 2019. Last seen near this highway. My blood went cold. A shiver ran down my spine, not from the motel's chill, but from something far deeper. I couldn't stay in that room. I went to the front desk. The manager, a man with tired eyes and a face that looked like it had seen too many sleepless nights, was watching a static-filled TV. He barely looked up when I approached. I asked him about the book, trying to keep my voice steady. He just shrugged, a slow, deliberate movement. Decoration, he mumbled, not looking away from the screen. Old thing. Been here longer than me. His voice was raspy, like gravel. I pressed him. But the names, some of them are missing people. He finally turned, his eyes, dark and flat, meeting mine. A faint, almost imperceptible smile touched his lips. People come and go, son. Always have. He turned back to the TV, dismissing me. The air around him felt heavy, stagnant. I went back to room 8. The flickering light seemed brighter now, more insistent, like a frantic heartbeat. I looked at the book again, my hands trembling slightly. The handwriting. It was neat, precise, almost elegant. And then I saw it. On the last page, a new name. Today's date. The handwriting matched. Exactly. My name. The air in the room felt heavy, colder than it should be, even for a late night in an old motel. I heard a faint scratching sound, like nails on wood, coming from inside the wall, just behind the headboard. I pressed my ear against it. Nothing. Just the hum of the old refrigerator, or maybe the buzzing of the neon sign outside. But then, a shadow moved in the mirror, just at the edge of my vision. A fleeting, dark shape that wasn't mine. I spun around. Empty. I couldn't shake the feeling. The smell of damp earth seemed to seep in from somewhere, growing stronger, like a freshly dug grave. I watched the curtain. It swayed, just slightly, even though the window was closed and latched. A small, silver locket I'd left on the dresser shifted, just a millimeter, as if nudged by an unseen hand. The room was breathing. I tried to leave. The door handle was cold, slick. It wouldn't turn. I pushed, I pulled, I rattled it. Locked. From the outside. Panic, cold and sharp, began to claw at my throat. I pounded on the door, shouting, but the only response was the rhythmic flicker of the light and the growing hum from the walls. It wasn't a ghost. It wasn't a monster in the traditional sense. It was something far worse. It was the terrifying realization that this wasn't just a book. It was a ledger, a record, and I wasn't just in room 8. I was part asterisk of room 8. The motel wasn't just a place. It was a living, breathing entity, and the manager was its keeper. The names weren't just missing people. They were the motel's permanent residents. And now, so was I. Some places, you check in. You never check out. Think about that the next time you're alone, far from home, and the only motel sign you see is flickering. If you're drawn to stories that make you question everything, that leave you with a lingering chill, follow along. There are more mysteries waiting to be uncovered, more truths hidden in plain sight. Just be careful where you look.